Hello everyone and welcome to Lincoln High School and our E21 iPad initiative. E21 stands for Education 21st Century, and we're excited to provide this opportunity for kids and for all of you to really have a positive impact in your education. Purpose of this video is to be an orientation before you get your iPad each year. We're going to talk about the care of the iPad, rules and etiquette of the iPad, and what you need to do to really get off to a successful school year with the iPad. We have 5 goals with our iPad initiative. 1 is we really want to enhance your learning. 2, we want to personalize or individualize instruction for each of you. We want you to collaborate or work together with your classmates more easily and also increase how engaged you are in the class. We want to strengthen 21st century skills, which the iPad definitely does. And we want all kids to have the same device and provide equity for everyone in our school so they have this amazing tool to use in the classroom. There are a lot of different things, apps that you will be using over the course of the year. I'm going to point out just a few of them. First of all, iTunes use an app where all of our books and textbooks for various courses will be located. You will need to go to iTunes U and download chapters or books for your classes. Most of our textbooks are online in some manner, and especially in the core areas, math, science, social studies, and English. Notability is our main note-taking app. Anytime you open up a document and you want to write on it or draw on it, Notability is going to be the app that you will use. You can then turn these back into the teacher through Schoology, and Notability allows you to organize all of your course notes, handouts, and materials in one place. Schoology continues to become better and better and more powerful and more powerful. It's a learning management system. It allows all teachers to deliver content to students. It allows students to turn back in assignments digitally to the teacher. All your grades will be posted on Schoology. Parents will have access to Schoology, and they will see exactly what you see as a student. And again, as we said, a great way to turn in work and get feedback. And there's so much more that Schoology can do and continues to do. We're really excited at the potential that Schoology has. You'll use a lot of different apps to create in the classroom. I have some of them listed here. Google, Explain Everything, Keynote, Pages, iMovie, Adobe Voice are all apps that hopefully we'll use often to help you show what you've learned and show what you know in the classroom. We have apps to assess you in the classroom. Apps like Quizlet or Socrative, Schoology, Kahoot are all apps that are great to use to see what kids know and learn and ways to assess you. So a little bit of an overview now. Why the iPad? Hopefully what we just showed you helps you understand why, but it allows you to have everything in one place, gets rid of that huge book bag as we can put things online. Allows you to take notes on the device if you need to. Allows you to create and do a lot of neat things that help you meet the goals of our initiative. A reminder, this is a school-owned device. As much as we want you to take ownership and feel like this is your device, and we want you to take care of it like it's your device, ultimately the school is investing almost $400 for every child, every kid, every student to have this great tool. So we want you to take care of it. We want you to understand that anything that you do online keeps a digital footprint. You need to be conscious of your digital footprint. Whenever you post something online or take a picture and put it online, it never goes away. Even if you delete it 2 seconds into what you did, it has been snapped, recorded somewhere on the internet. It never goes away. You need to be conscious of that because unfortunately, in the world we live in today, some of the choices that kids make at a young age, they can't get those choices back, and they live with them for a long time. So please be aware and conscious of your digital footprint. And then one more reminder, because the school does own the iPad, we have full access to it. Not only can we take your device and look at it any time, but remotely our tech support people can see every single app that's on the device. They can see the history of what's happened on the device. You need to be conscious of that as you make the choices that you make on a day-to-day basis with the iPad. Our iPad protection plan is something that everyone needs to sign up for. We have multiple options for parents and families, and what this does is we have different plans that help protect parents and you if there's any accidental breakage of the iPad. This document needs to be turned in before you're able to get your iPad today or in the near future. Care of the iPad. This is ultimately your responsibility. Obvious things like don't drop or throw the iPad. Even if you put it in a book bag, set your book bag down, don't drop it or throw it. We've had screens break because kids think they're okay in a book bag. They drop it on the floor. It ends up cracking the corner of a screen. Do not touch other students' iPad without their permission. We've had kids that get in trouble or get consequences because they're horsing around and they mess with a friend's iPad and something happens. Don't mess with anyone's iPad unless you have permission. And then also with permission, before you take a picture or video of any of your classmates or teachers or anyone in the school, get permission. Don't assume that you have free reign to take pictures and videos because you don't. You need permission before you do those things. iPad chargers. Every student will get a charger and a cord. These are not included in the protection plan. It's expected that these should easily last for 3 years, and there's no reason that they should have damage to them. But you need to take care of them for that to happen. Do not wrap the cord around the charger. That's an easy way for those to rip and break and kind of get that turtlenecking to occur around the cord. Also, only use the charger that you're given with the iPad. You must use an Apple charger. If you use other off-brand chargers, it can hurt the iPad. Also, the Apple charger that you're given must be turned back in, or an equivalent Apple product charger has to be turned in at the end of each year, or students will be charged for that. And then lastly, as a reminder, bring your iPad fully charged every day. Get in the routine, get in a habit. When you go home, put it in the kitchen, living room, charge it before bed so that when you wake up each morning, you have a fully charged iPad. The cases, we have new cases this year. We feel real good about these cases. The cases are very strong around the corners. It's very secure rubber material. The cases can be propped up so students can type on them, which is good. The cases also do not have the screen covered. That's good and bad. It's good for the student's ability to do things on the iPad. It also opens up the screen when you're using it to the glass. And you need to be careful when the iPad is open, and whenever you're not using the iPad, make sure you close it and secure it so the screen is safe. We believe these iPads should last 3 years when they're taken care of. If you don't take care of the iPad and you ruin the case, you don't take care of the case, you're going to be charged for a new case. These iPad cases are meant to last 3 years under normal wear and tear, and it's your responsibility to take care of them. Never remove the iPad from the case. These cases are not easy to put the iPad in. If you think you want to clean it or whatever it may be, bring it up to our tech support staff because you risk breaking it if you take it out of the case. Do not do that. Make sure you use a microfiber cloth to clean the iPad, and do not use a spray cleaning solution on the iPad at all. Just use that microfiber cloth. If you do have any damage with the iPad, you must bring it to the tech support area in the Media Center immediately. Do not wait. If your iPad is damaged, you must report. If we get damaged iPads at the end of the year that have not been reported, then we're going to have serious talks with kids on how that was damaged. Those need to be turned in right when you see the damage. No questions. iPad etiquette. These posters are going to be in every single classroom. 4 simple rules when you're in the classroom. Number 1, be responsible. Use your iPad for learning. Create that positive digital footprint. Bring your iPad charged every day. Check Schoology and your email regularly. The Schoology updates in the email will be how teachers communicate with you. Utilize the Schoology calendar when you have to miss class. Second rule, be respectful. Give your full attention to the teacher and other students when they're talking. Listen to and follow teacher directions. And only record or photograph others, as we mentioned, with permission. Third rule, be focused. Turn off any distracting notifications. Devote your time and attention to learning. No games, texting, messaging when you are in class. And then lastly, be present. Give your full attention to those who are with you in class. The people in the room are way more important than your iPad is. Student agreement form. To the right, and this is the second document that all kids must turn in order to get their iPad, the first being the protection plan. This lists 18 statements that you need to agree to before we give students the iPad. Students and parents must sign this document. You must agree to the district policies, which are listed on the form and found on the school website. And you must agree to and follow the iPad handbook, which is also found online. I encourage everyone to read this very closely so you understand what those rules and expectations are. iPad security. A lot of things we have for security. First, when you are in school, the internet is filtered. The user agreement form lets us know that you are agreeing to the policies that we have. The protection plan protects you in case of damage. Student passcode allows you to lock your passcode when you're not using it, lock your device so no one else can get on it. The Find My iPad app. If you misplace your iPad, you can use the Find My iPad app to locate where your iPad is. Parents will have access to a free home filter. And then grades 7 through 9, as we'll talk about shortly, do have a closed app store. With that, if you are in grades 7 through 9, you will have over 100 apps preloaded on your device, but you will not have access to the App Store. We want to make sure that grades 7, 8, and 9 really get off to a good positive start with less distractions that the iPad can sometimes cause. Do not attempt to bypass the App Store in any way. We will be able to find that very easily and have to meet with you and talk about those consequences. If you do have ideas for apps, let us know. We're not opposed to looking to add new and different educational apps to the iPad. If you're in grades 10 through 12, you will have access to the App Store. However, you will have expectations for that access. With every privilege comes some expectations. Anything you put on there obviously must be an appropriate app. And as stated earlier, our tech support can see all apps that are downloaded or put on an iPad at any time remotely. There will be discipline for misuse of this, and the App Store and the removal of the App Store will be used and monitored with students' course grades, meaning if your grades start to slip at the end of a quarter or whatever it may be, one of the consequences is to shut down and close the App Store. So some of the common consequences for any misuse with the iPad. First, with the older kids, we will take the App Store away. iPad privileges will be removed where kids cannot bring the iPad home and they have to check it out daily. Detention, suspension for more serious offenses, and other consequences occur as well. And as I mentioned, for poor grades, we will have the option to remove the App Store as well. In summary, this is a great tool. We are so excited about the potential this has in the classroom, the potential this has for you as a student to really meet those goals we have for this iPad initiative. We want you to be excited to use it. We want you to treat the iPad and make good decisions with the use of the iPad. But it is a phenomenal tool that can really have a positive impact on you and in your learning in school. So use it appropriately and give us feedback. Let your teachers know, let me know, let Mr. Iberg know, let others know things that you love about it, things that you don't like about it, or changes that you feel would make this better. We're always open to listening and want to make this the best that it can be. With that, next steps. Before you can get your iPad at any of the nights to get it or times to get it, which include today, you need two forms. You need your protection plan agreement signed by your parent and a check with, if that's the option you choose. And you also need the protection plan agreement signed by you and your parent. If you have those two things signed, you'll be able to move forward getting your iPad tonight or this afternoon. Just want to, again, thank you. And if you have any questions in the future, please feel free to let me know or let us know. Otherwise, we're looking forward to a great school year. Thanks.